All right, so we are just waking up after a night in the car, as usual. Which, again, is something that doesn't bother me anymore. But something I do struggle with when I wake up is like I don't know. It's like almost like teetering on the edge of hopelessness, but I still have hope. I always get it back. All I have to do really is wake up and I don't know, like put other things in my mind. So we finished a training for my work, which was about 4 hours. And normally I would hate this stuff, but now that my mindset's changed, anything work related or anything that is sort of beneficial for the future, I look forward to and I'm grateful to be a part of. So we've finished up. It stopped hailing. I'm gonna go into Vaughn's now because I've been blessed with EBT, and I'm gonna get some guacamole and carrots, or like guacamole and maybe some broccoli too. I feel like treating myself to some guac because I really like guacamole, and then after that I had an idea while I was sitting inside of the training room, is that a lot of hotels have sort of like little like places that are extensions of the lobby that have plugs, and no one really bothers you in. They're always empty, sort of like boardrooms. And I'm gonna go see. I have one off the top of my head that I want to go to, and then I have my Wi-Fi hotspot thing. And my intention is to go and see if I can get some stuff done, like some editing and like things like that done on my website. And just also kind of just plan. It's a little cold and rainy outside. Well, it's not raining. The sky's really beautiful now. And I really want to work. I do want to get some exercise in today, because I don't have work for the rest of the day. I think I might have work tomorrow. I'm not sure. I have to go back over there and check. Or I think my schedule should have been texted to me, so I can just look on my phone. And if I don't go to work today, I think I do have work tomorrow. Then I'm gonna take a trip up to Joshua Tree, which I'm super excited to show you guys. So we'll see. But yeah, I think we're gonna go get some guacamole and carrots or something, and then find a hotel to work on the website at for a little bit. So yeah, I guess I'll just show you the sky real quick. I don't know. I love the sky. Like whenever you're sad, look up. That's all I can say. I'm gonna go get my guac. So as you can see, it's always beautiful. I mean, I guess I can only speak for California, but there's always a view if you can have the desire inside to find it. Can't beat the sun, man. We really have to ask ourselves, how do we stay motivated to keep trying? Like, the only way to want to keep trying is to feel good, I guess, inside. And the only way to do that is to be conscious of your feelings. If we can learn to wrap our heads around how we feel, and realize that our feelings are never permanent, they're just there to experience, and they don't define the moment. It sucks because our mind is the doorway to our heart. Whatever we think will affect us and how we feel. And a lot of this is obvious, but I think some of this is good to be said because these are things that I forget a lot. And if we can realize that the way we think directly impacts the way we feel, and we realize that we're feeling bad, and the reason we're feeling bad is a product of what we're thinking about, then can we, from that point, start editing what we're thinking about. Like, yeah, I live in my car. Yeah, I don't have a massive bank account. Yeah, I don't. My knowledge, I guess, educationally is going to keep me behind a counter at a gas station currently. I could think that way. I could think, no one loves me, no one cares about me. I could focus on those thoughts, but instead I say, you know what? This is how I think. Like, I have a car. I'm not on the streets. I have a brain that functions. I have 2 legs that allow me to walk. I have a mouth that lets me speak. I have 2 eyes that allow me to see. I have stuff. I'm able to go and buy things like kombucha. And I love that stuff. I'm able to experience the taste of guacamole and carrots. I don't have anything really to complain about. I get to experience life each day. It's always different. Life is a teacher here to teach us. And if we can be conscious of that knowing that your reality is constantly altering itself around you, and the only choice, really, free will you have in the moment is how you perceive it, how you feel about it. And if we can see when a bad situation takes place, it's only there for us to grow and to be conscious of. So, like, my situation at the gas station, there was points where I just wanted to quit because I didn't like how people would come in and treat me. Like taking their aggressions out on me or their bad days out on me just because I, wear a red shirt and work behind the counter doesn't mean you can demean me or pass your aggression on to me. I hated that people would do that. And so I could have reacted as, I'm just going to run away from that. But instead, I chose to, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. And I'm going to adapt around this situation. I'm going to change something about myself that makes this situation easier and better. And what I did was I applied what I learned from Jesus, which is basically to find compassion in your heart in every situation. So, for example, we had an elderly gentleman come in and he was upset that his pump wasn't working for him, and sort of like expressing it at us like it was our fault, like it was us that went out and disabled the pump just to screw with him, and I knew that what he was expressing had nothing to do with me. It was maybe his frustration with his day. So I asked him, I quickly thought to myself, okay, let's remedy the situation. Sir, how much would you like to put on pump 1? We can help you inside since you're here. And we did that. I then gave him some advice on how he could, what could potentially have been the problem of why it wasn't working. And I even offered to go outside with him in a total calm demeanor and help him with the pump. And I did. I went outside and I showed him what the problem was. Luckily, luck was on my side, and that was the issue. And we fixed it. I started pumping his gas for him, and then not allowed him, but he offered to finish it. So I let him finish pumping his gas. And then he had some change left over because he paid with cash. And I brought his change out to him, instead of making him come back inside. And, he was very appreciative of that. But we could have had a totally different scenario. He could have walked in, shared his aggression, and I could have been aggressive back. But instead, I chose to love through the situation, be compassionate through the situation, show understanding through the situation, and in turn, I feel like I grew from that, because now whenever that happens again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to remedy the situation instead of focusing on unnecessary emotions, So many times throughout the day, like all the time human beings are expressing unnecessary emotional interactions with each other, like road rage, frustration, like just at the store, simple things. Like they say America is great, but look how people treat each other at Walmart. Look how people treat each other at Target. Look how people treat each other on the road. Look how people treat each other in the home. Like we need to set a different standard to great. I feel like great is a bare minimum, like you need to watch how you treat people. You need to watch how like you interact on a daily basis. Like if you want a great country, then the people need to at least understand how to treat each other with compassion and understanding. Yes, you have to have limitations. Even God himself is described as something or a consciousness that is slow to anger, which means that he still experiences anger, that you can only push him so far to the point where he breaks and feels like he forcibly needs to correct the situation. And yeah, there's some people that do need that aggressive sort of evaluating, and like you can't let them take advantage of you, like my situation was I was in a relationship with someone for almost a year that was constantly taking advantage of me, was constantly lying to me, and I chose to show compassion and forgiveness, and every time that happened, and it comes to a point where you have to, just take a step back. I was told bad associations spoil good habits. And now that I'm alone, even though I do miss that person still, even after being lied to, I know that being alone for now is going to be better for me, because I'm going to take this time that I have and invest it all into myself and the things that I want to do in life. I want to, this year, by the end of this year, I want to have learned game design, and I want to have made my own game. I want to have at least 30 videos on YouTube. I want to have at least 100 more songs on SoundCloud. I want to have music videos. I really feel like I came to Earth, or this experience, to create, because that's what helps me feel good, is creation. I love to create. I also love to listen to people. I hope that I find myself in a position one day where I get to listen to people and then give them valuable information back. I like to digest information and sort of put it back onto others if they're willing to hear it, in a way that I think will be constructive for them. I love listening. I don't know why. When I'm listening to someone talk, it doesn't matter who they are, it does something to my brain where it feels like a natural high. I used to smoke weed pretty much every day because I couldn't stand being sober. Like I would feel so anxious when I was sober. So many thoughts would run through my head, but I didn't realize that when you start introducing a foreign chemical to your body is like a soup, and it sort of becomes accustomed to that new chemical that you're adding, and when that chemical is not there anymore, it's like, where is this chemical that you added to our like makeup? We need this chemical back, and then in that needing of that chemical back, you feel anxious, you feel the desire to do whatever it is, whatever drug you were on, and that's why drugs are so bad, is like they just distort your natural design, and I'm not saying all drugs are bad, don't do drugs, but honestly, if you're a young child or a young kid, I really, really push you and urge you to find the joy in life sober. So many people will tell you that alcohol and drugs are not the way because they went down that path, and I really hope one day we can adopt that ideology into society, that find the joy in life sober. It's hard to see. It's hard to see if you've been through a lot of stuff that's hurt you and you lean to drugs to feel better. It's hard to find, but there are ways to find it. It's there. You just need the eyes to see it, and I think it has something to do with the heart. If you can grow your heart, it can change your whole reality. Every good action you do for the sake of doing something good, not for the return of yourself, Don't help people because you think you're gonna get something out of it. Help people because you know that it helps them. And you know, I help people because I always reverse it in my situation. You know, if I was in their situation, I would want someone to help me. If I was in their situation, I would want someone to listen to me. So I always have that mindset. You know, God forbid I'm ever stuck, stranded somewhere, I would want someone to help me. And that's happened to me before. There was a point in my life where I had no money and I was stuck in another state because I was in a different mind state, in another state. Like, I was freaking out. And I had to get back home to California, and I was like 4 states over. And I had no gas, so I would have to drive for miles, and then I'd run out of gas, and I'd stop at a gas station with almost no gas, and then I'd have to ask and people for gas money, and or trade items for gas money. And I was someone that could never ask for help, but I found myself in this change of reality that was requiring me to ask people for help, and people helped me. You know, I went into a gas station and I asked the attendant, "Hey, I'm trying to get home. Do you mind covering me for gas?" And she said, "You know what, I've been in your situation before, and yeah, I will help you." So now when anyone needs help from me, I try to help them. Obviously, there's some people that will ask for help and you help them, and then they'll be like, "Oh, well, I can take advantage of this person." And those people are mean, you know, that's messed up. We don't want to take advantage of people and abuse them. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to work together so that future generations can have a better life. You know, that future children can grow up and experience existence and reality in a better way. And now I have a cop pulling up behind me, so this will be very interesting. Oh, but I guess they're just U-turning, so that's fun. But what I would say is if you can, I guess I don't even know half the things I just said right now, but I kind of want this channel to be, or this segment of my existence to be just rants. You know, I want to just rant. I want to show you that my situation's not even that hard. Living in your car is not that hard. You know, there's a lot worse situations. There's people in war, you know. There's people in the hospital. There's children that have cancer. There's a lot of worse things out there that could make your life suck even more. There's people in wheelchairs. There's people with missing arms. There's a lot more adverse situations out there, you know. So I guess this is for the people that feel stuck, you know, and are stuck in a rut. You can achieve whatever it is you want to achieve, and I hope to show that through my progression of my journey. I'm on the ground floor level as far as stuff goes. I mean, I have the emotional stability that I did not have before. And if you don't have that right now, you feel like you're erratic, you feel like you're making decisions that aren't healthy or beneficial for your future, they're only in the moment decisions. I can help you because I used to make those choices, and maybe I do still sometimes, but there is a way to find peace and meaning in life. And I hope that we can grow together. And I hope that I can share things with you that will make you happy and see that there's so much joy here. There's so much happiness here. There's so much love here. There's so much peace that could be here. This could be a totally different environment. You know, humanity has a choice of whatever it wants to be, as long as the whole is connected. You know, there's so much change that we could make that is simple changes, you know? Change what we absorb on a daily basis, change what we, you know, how we interact with each other on a daily basis, change how we treat people. Those last two things are kind of the same thing, but small changes to your day can change your entire life. And I really want you guys to see that. So I am going to pull from my bag I'm spilling kombucha, but I'm gonna pull from my bag my book and just read a word, because that's something that I want to do every day. And again, this book that I read is Sarah Young's Jesus Calling. I highly recommend it for just daily use. If you smoke weed every day, I recommend you change this out for Jesus. See how you feel, because it'll really change you, I promise. So, when things seem to be going all wrong, stop and affirm your trust in me. Calmly bring these matters to me and leave them in my capable hands. Then simply do the next thing. Stay in touch with me through thankful, trusting prayers, resting in my sovereign control. Rejoice in me, exult in the God of your salvation. As you trust me, I make your feet like the feet of a deer. I enable you to walk and make progress upon your high places of trouble, suffering, or responsibility. So I feel like a lot of the ideology that Jesus presents to us is basically this idea that the universe is sort of an adapting scenario around your decisions. He really wants you to stop applying your conscious thought to the future or worries. He wants you to realize that to focus on the moment. I could sit here right now and focus on poop, how am I gonna get there tomorrow? What if my tire explodes, or what if somebody comes out of the bushes and murders me? I could be thinking about all those issues. What if I run out of money? What if they scam my card at the gas station and I'm stranded? I could think about all that stuff, but instead I shut those thoughts out, and I take the most of the processing in my brain and I put it to what can I do right now to make the next second better. I could spend my day worrying, or I could spend on things that could happen, or I could spend my day focusing on things that I can make happen. And I'm not going to worry about the future, because I have really no control of the future. He wants you to relinquish control of your reality and just make choices that align with good choices in the moment. With me, I'm not gonna worry about my stuff because I'm doing everything I can. I'm going to work. I'm eating healthy. I'm exercising. I have goals. I'm working on my website. I have, I'm more conscious of my actions. Whenever I'm with people, I always make sure to be respectful and kind. I'm doing everything I can to get to a better place in my life. I'm not hanging out with bad people anymore that want me to do drugs with them. I'm not giving my time and my energy to people that don't care about me. I'm doing everything I can in this moment to get the most out of this moment. And we're gonna see where that goes. I could end up dying a horrible death, and I don't care about even dying anymore. I'm not gonna go out and do some crazy shit, but I don't care, because I believe in a world or a life beyond this one. This is a training ground. And I won't digress too much into that, but I believe Jesus wants us to just see that, hey, don't worry about the future. I'll take care of that for you as long as you follow my path. Treat others with compassion when you meet them. Be respectful, be kind in every situation that you have that chance, that opportunity. Don't fear the future, love the future. Don't even think about the future, think about now. You can make plans, but really focus on right now. What can you do right now? If you're sitting at home and you don't like how you feel, think about what you can do right now to change that. If you're not getting enough sleep, take a nap. If you feel like you're overweight, go for a walk, change your diet, put that pizza down. Like, if you want to learn and you feel like you're not satisfied in your career, find ways to learn like things on the side. Like for me, I want to learn computer science and like coding and things like that. I want to make a game on the side, but like I don't have the ability like to go to school at the moment because that requires funding. But like because I work, I can get like things through my job to help me. You know what I mean? And like through that we can find like ways to always like improve upon like what you need to get done in your life. And like don't fear, just do what you can do, and that's all that matters. You know, don't let people tell you you're something that you're not. Don't let others define you, because most people don't even know what they are. You know, we don't even realize what makes us us. So how can somebody else tell you who you are, what you are? You know, and like I'll go back to this. It's just Jesus will take care of you. Like life will be okay. Like the world that we live in is highly illogical. Like when you start to realize it, the way, like, I'm not saying be an anarchist against the government, but like even the way, like, so we're funded by police officers, or not funded but protected by police officers, but the way that police officers are treated, like their life expectancy after duty is 4 years because of all the stress and the things that they go through, like through their time as an officer. You know, they work massive amounts of hours. They get barely any overtime. Like, they see the ugly day to day. And because of that, they absorb all that negativity, and no wonder you see them break on the news. No wonder you see police officers attacking other people, like, on the news. Like, and of course the media always focuses on those singular events. They don't show you all the times police officers risk their lives to help others. They don't see that. We don't see that. Like the world as it is now promotes ego. It promotes money, like things that don't fulfill us. Like the world that we live in is a false world. It's a delusion. And we're all a part of it. So no one can call you crazy. No one can tell you anything, because day to day we do things that are bad for us. Everyone. You know, day to day we participate in things that make no sense. Day to day we participate in things that go against our design. Like day to day we all make unconscious actions. We treat each other with disrespect. Like nothing in this world, if you really start to analyze it from the ground up, makes any sense. So don't let this world tell you how to be. Don't even let me tell you how to be. Just, there are some things though, like the reason I believe in the Bible and like God is because I see the bad in this world. I see the evil. I see the people on top that don't care about us. I see the people on top that are all about money. I see like business people that are all about money, that backstab and lie and manipulate. Like I've seen what I've gone through. I've seen what others have gone through. I see a man, Martin Luther King, that wanted the world to be non-segregated, get shot. I didn't see that happen, but we know that happened. Like, you know, I see Muhammad Ali, who didn't want to go to war, like get thrown in front of a judge, you know, like as if what he was doing was wrong. Like, you look at history, you realize this world doesn't make any sense. And like, so like, as long as you're not hurting anyone and you're not hurting yourself, go for it. But these words will bring you peace. I believe that they interact with the human design in a way that is not completely understood. This is almost like science, you know, like mixed with psychology and like, you know, like a science or faith, you know, like believing in something that you cannot see, but what you believes back in you, you know, like this is a missing link to humanity that is not talked about. I mean, it is, but I mean, really, religion has been like hijacked, like, and is used to profit off of you, but at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. This works, you know? and we'll open another. Like last night, sit quietly in my presence while I bless you. Make your mind like a still pool of water, ready to receive whatever thoughts I drop into it. Rest in my sufficiency as you consider the challenges this day presents. Do not wear yourself out by worrying about whether you can cope with the pressures. Keep looking to me and communicating with me as we walk through this day together. Take time to rest by the wayside, for I am not in a hurry. A leisurely pace accomplishes more than a hurried striving. When you rush, you forget who you are and whose you are. Remember that you are royalty in my kingdom. Like, know that you're loved. Know that there's no measurement of what you need to do or have completed. Like, know that you're cared for somewhere, even if you feel like you have no one here. Know that there's no set time of what needs to get done. Know that no human person can dictate who you are or what you must do. Just know that you came here to enjoy this. And to do that is to take a slower approach to life. To sit in life. To calm your mind from time to time. If we don't calm our mind, things will build up. Anxieties, things like depression, anger. So we must constantly be taking our mind and sort of going like from this to just a stable, like a heartbeat monitor. We need to flatline our brain, obviously without killing ourselves, every once in a while. And when we flatline it and we're in a place of peace, then we can have those amazing thoughts, those great ideas will come at those times. Like I said last night, I said, say you wanna make a video game like me. I wanna make a game by the end of this year. I wanna say that I was able to sit down, learn all that information, and then make something on my own. My plan for that really is I'm gonna digest the information. I'm gonna show you the way that I have in my mind to do that. When it comes to that, it's a future video. And then for my ideas for the game, I'm going to show you how I come up with those ideas. Like for my ideas for my songs, I'm going to show you how I come up with that. And the big piece of coming up with ideas is to sit and relax and take a break inside of nature. And you will see and think and feel amazing things that your own mind, you wouldn't even think you could see of, so you're having a problem at home or with a family member or at work, go and sit on the problem. Find a corner or a place out of your day, set some time to, have that problem in your heart and sit down and empty your mind. And I guarantee you the answer will come. That's how God, this mindset, this concept that helps the human being stay healthy. This is a missing link that we forget about. We think that we'll find happiness in drugs and excess and lust and all these things, but it's not there. And I'm not saying that this is the only way, that you have to believe in Jesus to be happy. No, there's so many different ways to navigate through life, but if you're someone that's struggling, like I was, and you want to find some peace, look, you can find it in here. This will take you there. I'm not even this specific book. You can pick up any Words of Jesus book. There's tons of them. I have 3. And this just idea, this concept of being grateful for what you already have, not what you need in the future to be happy, is so much better. This is your moment right now. Take control of your moment. Love your moment and see what is to come. And, I'm gonna read one more just because I love this. This is, I do this every day, and through doing that I've found so much peace and wisdom. I don't think I'm an intelligent person, but I think my mindset has definitely changed, and I can only accredit it to this. Let the dew of my presence refresh your mind and heart. So many Many things vie for your attention in this complex world of instant communication. The world has changed enormously since I first gave the command to be still and know that I am God. However, this timeless truth is essential for the well-being of your soul. As dew refreshes grass and flowers during the stillness of the night, so my presence revitalizes you as you sit quietly with me. A refreshed, revitalized mind is able to sort out what is important and what is not. In its natural condition, separated the word, your mind easily gets stuck on trivial matters like that. Like the spinning wheels of a car trapped in mud, the cogs of your brain spin impotently when you focus on a trivial thing. As soon as you start communicating with me about the matter, your thoughts gain traction, and you can move on to more important things. Communicate with me continually, and I will put my thoughts into your mind. So that goes back to what I was saying, which is, just go to nature with a grateful heart when you have time throughout the day, and just sit and relax. It's like you're a car stopping at a gas station and you need refueling. Your soul needs refueling too. Your body needs refueling. Your mind needs refueling. All that stuff needs refueling, And when we don't feel it, when we don't give it the attention that it needs, we suffer. And that's what this world needs, is a massive refueling of the soul, body, and mind. And that's what I feel like I came here to teach and do. Or I'm not even really teaching, I'm just regurgitating information, but I want to at least present it to the youth of my generation. Is you are a soul, body, and mind, and as you work on all three interact with each other. And we need to be conscious of these elements inside of us, and we should work on them in order to have a full, happy heart. So that was my rant. This went really long. But again, you are loved. You are. Never believe you're not loved again. Look how beautiful that is. After a rain. We did end up getting some editing done in the hotel. Currently remaining undetected. And while we wait, we were playing Clash of Clans. But as you can see, if there's a will, there's sometimes joy. Even without having access to inside space, you can still get stuff done through tools provided to you. And a little bit of faith. Hopefully I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that nothing bad happens. But after I leave here, I'm going to be going to a library and using the public Wi-Fi, so we'll see that process as well. So this is the library that I go to for the Wi-Fi. But I want to tell a cool story. I let my coworker borrow $20, and a while back because he didn't have any money because he just started working again. And I did that, just because, I had been in that situation before where I didn't have any money and people offered and let me borrow money, so I feel like it's always good to help people out. And I had totally forgotten about it, and then he just offered to pay me back while I was going to the bathroom at the gas station because he was working. And I ended up getting that 20 back on my gas, so I basically got $20 in an IOU gas. So I like to say I got $20 in free gas, but I didn't. So that's the kind of cool thing, helping people out for the sake of helping them, and then it always comes back when you least expect it. So I don't know. Life's cool that way. There's little surprises throughout the day that I don't know. They make things a lot more interesting and fun. Life can be magical if you let it be. Okay, so now I'm gonna upload my video, do a little bit more work on my website, and then I will check in with you guys. So now I'm trying to get, not a menial workout, I guess, but
walking in silence. I mean, I'm talking now to the camera, but just something that I try to do every day is at least get moving. They say man was made to move, so here I am moving. Any sort of daily exercise, even if it's not much, is beneficial to you. So if you can work this into your daily routine, the working of mind by absorbing stimulating information, body by some sort of exercise, and soul through reading the word, or even just communing with nature by sitting in silence, like this one, by walking in silence. I'm doing both body and soul. If you can do this daily, I really believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, you will see drastic changes in your life. So yeah, I'm gonna show you escape pod pretty soon.
This process to all that need it, to all that suffer. Falling asleep under your beautiful leaves. You're all that I need. You're all that I seek. Falling asleep under your beautiful leaves. You're all that I want. You're all that I see.
This flower shop is really beautiful. Hopefully I can capture the inside before I leave. It's linked to a very strange memory of mine. So at the very least I hope to not forget it.
Lord from above, I feel you here, I feel your touch and your love. I feel out my vessel so you can speak through me, so you can speak through me. Empty out my vessel so you can heal in me. My heart is for you only. Falling asleep under your beautiful leaf. You're all that I need. You're all that I bleed. Falling asleep under your beautiful leaf. You're all that I want. You're all that I see. Your love, you healed and saved me from things that I kept inside.